plans. So you remember all that shit that I said I was going to do? I'm not gonna do it. Pretty much I've come to the sudden realization, fuck you, Curtis. I've came to the sudden realization that the first drift day is in a month. I'm not ready. So the plan was to do valve cover gaskets, oil pan gasket, whatever gaskets I find on the way, clean the engine bay, and paint the engine bay. And then once I got everything back together, I was going to send the car off to get rewired and figure out my misfire issue. But since I've run out of time and run out of effort, a lot of that shit's getting cut down. So pretty much now I'm not going to be painting the engine bay, and I won't be getting the car rewired just yet. Pretty much I'm going to paint my frame rails since there is some bare metal showing, and then do what I can to get the engine back in, do the wiring myself again, which is just plugging shit in, and getting it ready for Drift Day 5. I have been doing work on the car since the last video, but it's been like small shit that I do each night, and it's kind of pointless to film it. So today's a bigger day because I got some parts in that I was waiting for, so I'll show you guys that. But one of the main things that I did while I was gone was I painted my valve covers. So I thought of all the different colors that I could have went crazy with it, but I kind of always liked the idea of a simple looking engine for some reason, so I went with a gray. It's just like a silverish gray. It looks like an OEM color. They came out decent. I haven't really looked at them, I just got home. I didn't do a lot of prep work, so these aren't going to look perfect forever, but yeah, it'll do. So pretty much each night I've been tearing more and more things apart and cleaning them. And like I got my valve covers off. It took me 3 days to clean and paint them because they were fucked. My valve cover gaskets, I had to wait for them to come in. They were $60 fucking. But I had to wait for those to come in. I also got throttle body gasket because mine's old and crunchy. And I got a few other small things like PCV valve and the gasket for that. So pretty much I'm just gonna start putting things back together. Once I get the valve covers and the throttle body back on and all that ready to go, I'll lift the engine up, do the oil pan gasket, and then work on the engine bay. And then once the engine bay is ready, drop it in, bolt it all together, get ready for drift day. It's fucking cold out here. I don't want to be out here, but I need to film a video and I need to get this car finished. So I guess we can get to it. Sorry for the shitty lighting. It's the best I can do. I'm gonna start off by spraying brake cleaner on a rag, cleaning off the surface that the gasket will be sitting on. I'm pointing at the camshaft. I'm not putting it there. I'm putting it here. Cleaning off this surface, and then I'm going to put RTV in the little creases of where the head meets in different spots and on these cam bumps. And then I can put the valve cover gasket on the valve cover, set it on here, let it dry for about an hour-ish. My hand looks creepy. Let it dry for about an hour, then I can crank them down.
Moms brought Christmas, 95 to Sean Syndicate Rob. Was born within his attempt to refine these sentences written in rhyme. Slick with a sick and disguised as Simba that's lifted in sky sense. You fucking sleep with me's criminalized. Spit to my fucking tongue and just kill me. Revealing those with million designs. My disc had been destructo since Krillin's demise. I'm just a light-skinned nigga that interacts with the mic till I'm finished. Sadness attracts what you savagely lack. These patterns be packed with what niggas might feel is distant dark when I bust through heights with the quickness like knocks when I ain't stick a tempo. That vicious to clothesline bitches fast like I'm old dog hitting that nigga stove in them ditches like with a tape at. My soul's gone missing, Acknowledge me, God. It's Mick Foley, Shinobi. Opposingly hold remote control, lonely hearts for your old remarks in me. One of a kind, no RVD. Pardon my French, but dumb hoes need to quit calling me. I text, they never hit me back. I can't be stressing, cause all these bras, they can get detached. On to the next one, it's off with your head though. Lost in medals, apart, your pedals get lost. I'm scarred as a puppet, running strong to what y'all wouldn't step to. Fall, then I catch you charging, no cost from the ref. You ballin' Draymond with the pressures that farm and bomb and get second desperate measures. I crush walls, detain creativity's pointless as anointment for the culture, man, that's progressive. Your boy Supreme's the blessed professor. Shouts to my niggas Cal and Nick. We exist as the Dudley Boys successors. 3D and all our proposers do tables left and right. Even the jealous types to make sure that they all get separate stretches. Symbolizing my presence is just what I would embellish. I'm just too sick, I should quit, but that's illogically dense and not gonna happen, son. So remember, you staring back at excellence. Just admit if you copy, you probably break the mirror.
This is a shout out to my new two best friends, David No Money and Young Gray. Young Gray, good Gray. No Gray. Yes, y'all boys gon' rise to the top.
Took your bitch and I visa, pull up with the visa, wrist on freezer. Now I'm eating pizza, bitch, it's nice to meet ya. Pull up to IKEA in the Kia flip.
Oh, fuck me.
On up here, think I got a real tortilla. Next meal, got the idea. Smash 'em while I'm at the IKEA. Skirt in the Kia, Gravy and baby, 50K for a deal,
You
yeah.
gon' get your ass served like a goddamn tennis ball. Your dentist called, said she tryna get the dick. Gravy pull up quick, brush my teeth, then I run up on that bitch.
Let me run up on a bitch with a nerve clip. Going straight in with a soft tip. Hit it with the clip lid. Think I need a Trojan. I'm a big boy, 5 pounds deployed. 5 bucks destroyed.
Looking like a motherfucking 2 chains. Now I got a few things and a couple new things. Yo mama, that's my boo thing. Chillin' with a new gang. 2 lanes, do things. Gravy got hoop gang.
Gravy got hoop game, I got shoe game. Gotta cut myself another plastic ass 2 chains. Think I need a boo thing. Don't wanna flame. Rubber dub in the tub. It's a wing thing. Hey.
Don't forget that my bitch real thick. Pull up on the scene looking clean real quick. Gravy might score like a hit a free kick. Gravy might splash, make a bitch seasick.
Holy shit.
And that's Young Gray, Young Bay, telling you a true story about the thoughts we don't want to deal with. Swag. Baby, no money about cash out, baby.
Pretty much did everything that I could as of right now. I'm probably going to mix this video into tomorrow because I have more things to do tomorrow. But I got the valve cover gaskets onto the valve covers, got the valve covers on. Only problem is I don't have a torque wrench, so all I did for now was took my little tiny ratchet and snugged each one of them just to kind of get them down. And then tomorrow, I think I'm having a buddy come over to grab something real quick, and I'm gonna try to see if he can bring a torque wrench with him. And then that also means I can torque down the throttle body too. So that buddy that's coming over tomorrow, his name's Bailey, if he does come over tomorrow at least. But his build's pretty cool. He's been in a video a long time ago, but he has a pretty crazy S13 that he recently tore down for his new project. He's building a Cressida now. And he's doing 1UZ stuff with it. He didn't want to pay the $300 or $400 to run the K trans adapter plate. So he's actually going to come take mine off and take it with him, bring it to school and measure it out and make his own. The only other thing, I'm waiting on a thermostat housing. Just this little plastic piece of shit, and it's cracked and it barely leaks. So I ordered a new one of those. And yeah, I guess I'm just putting things together now. You also saw me put the new PCV valve in and the new gasket. But that sums up for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Step 1 of being a YouTuber. Hate your fucking life. So day 2 now of this video. Bailey is on his way with a torque wrench and he's going to be grabbing this adapter plate, so I'm gonna go ahead and start taking the transmission off. I can torque down the valve covers, throw the throttle body on, torque that down. And then I'm going to, oh shit, I didn't realize I have a problem. Fuck. So this is the setup of how I've had my engine just sitting here. Oil pan sitting on a piece of wood on that leg. Transmission sitting on that leg. I'm gonna have to take my transmission off for like a week or so. How am I gonna have the engine sitting? Am I literally gonna have to sit it on the ground? Fuck. Yeah, I don't have a used tire that I can just set that on. I should have thought about this. So I'm gonna start cracking down on getting this transmission off, so. So this is what Bailey is coming for. That purple thing right there. That is the adapter plate that I use to let my transmission work.
I'll explain, hold on.
So if you weren't around when I first started this build, pretty much it is a 1UZ out of a 1990 Lexus LS400. I'm using a Collins adapters, clutch kit, flywheel kit, and adapter plate kit to use a KSR transmission. Bailey doesn't want to buy that plate. He can make it himself, he just needs the measurements. So I'm taking it off and letting him use it for a little bit to take the measurements. Then I can take it back, put it back on, put my transmission back on, and get this engine back on the road. I really haven't looked at this clutch and shit since I've got the swap done, so it's gonna be kind of cool being able to look at everything.
So why are you not sticking with the single cam?
Money mainly.
Bailey's now gone. He gave me the torque wrench, and I have the stupid because I didn't think about a foot-pound torque wrench not being able to go that low. So the valve cover gasket is 7 foot-pounds and the throttle body's 14, and the torque wrench he had only goes to 20. I have an idea of what both of those torque readings feel like, and it's not a lot, so if it leaks, I'll know why. These are a bitch to get in the bottom. And if you drop it, it goes in the valley of death. So be careful. I'm not gonna film because I need to focus.
So throttle body's finally on. It took way longer than it should have. Mostly because I forgot that there is a vacuum line that goes under the throttle body. And I didn't feel like taking it back off to get that put on. So I had to fish through this tiny little hole right there to get the hose onto the throttle body and the clamp on. That took forever, but the bolts, the 2 bottom bolts that are a bitch to get to, slid on just fine. So now with that done, the valve cover's done. I could start putting shit back together, but I'm about to say fuck tonight. So the thing I need to figure out now is this cherry picker like leaks small amounts of pressure over time, so it doesn't stay tight for, you know, ever. It starts to slowly fall down, and the problem with that is before it was fine because I had the transmission and the oil pan. Sorry, I know that right there is not okay, but it's gonna have to work for now. The oil pan and the transmission held it up when the cherry picker would slowly drop, but now there's nothing there. So now I need to find something I can put behind the engine to replace the transmission to hold it up, and I think I'm just going to use a jack and then keep the oil pan right there, and then each day just come out here and put a little bit more pressure on it. I know that might be bad for the cherry picker, but it's just gonna have to work until I get my adapter plate back. So let's figure this out. This is kind of sketchy, but it's gonna have to work.
I have a piece of wood on this jack that I'm going to jack up on the mid pan, and then I'm going to have the front of the engine still sitting on the cherry picker. There's nowhere, I can't go any further back because then I'd be laying on the clutch and the flywheel, so I'm going to have to just sit at the mid pan, which the mid pan's strong. Yeah, I'm just going to have to keep tension on it, keep coming out here each day and putting a little bit more pressure through the cherry picker, but yeah, let's see how sketchy I can get. Oh God. I do not like this. This isn't going to work. I'm gonna have to figure something else out.
As sketchy as this may seem, it actually works. Tension off the cherry picker and it holds together. It doesn't really move. We'll see when I come outside, like tomorrow, and the engine's on its side.
Thought I had grease on my face. It's just a really ugly mustache. That's gonna end up doing it for today, and I'm going inside and not doing shit for the next few days. I've been working on this car every night. I'm getting really tired. My body hurts from it, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. The only thing I need to do now is the oil pan gasket, sand down the frame rails, paint the frame rails, get my adapter plate back, put that all back together, put the engine in, wire it up, start it, blow it up. But thank you guys for holding on through these build videos. I know they're boring, I know it's not driving, You could tell by the analytics that the driving videos get way more views and people watch them for way longer, and that is what I want. I want you guys to be entertained by it. If you guys didn't know, all of us got demonetized anyway, so who gives a fuck about the money anymore? I never made money anyway, so it never mattered, but I guess it kind of shows you guys now that we aren't trying to do this for money. We're not trying to hit that 10-minute mark. We really don't care. We are literally, us small channels are literally still here to give entertainment. So I hope you guys can take that and understand that we are here for the fun and nobody's here for the money anymore. I was never here for the money in the first place. I just wanted to be able to document everything that goes on in the STL drift community and to document my own personal experiences and be able to go back and rewatch them later on. But now I'm ranting. Thank you guys for watching. In the next video, we will do something that is unimportant as always. I'll see you guys next time.
Mom's brought Christmas 95 to Sean Syndicate Rob was born within his attempt to refine these sentences written